Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I up videos on a daily basis. All the videos I upload are all geared around helping you to overcome social anxiety, attracting women, social confidence, spiritual success, life success, and so much more. In today's video, because I'm in a good mood and I'm feeling generous as always, I wanted to share something with you guys, and I want you to practice that I teach on my 6 weeks program. This is my signature coaching program that's transformed the lives of hundreds of men. One of the things I want to share with you is a practice that I'm getting my students to do. It's also a practice that my mentors have helped me to do. So I'm currently doing this myself. I'm doing it with my students. I can't tell you guys how much this has impacted on my self-confidence, my feeling good, my self-esteem, my kingdom within, and it's helped me in every area of my life. It's helped me in my teaching, it's helped me to connect with people, it's helped me to feel better about myself, it's helped me to be more positive. And it's very simple, but it's very difficult. So listen up. I was working with a guy the other day and we did it. I said to him, are you comfortable me being really honest with you? And he said, oh absolutely, of course, that's why I came to the course. And I said, should we look at where your addictions are? Should we look at where you're dishonest in your life? And should we identify them? I'm happy to tell you where I used to be dishonest, and I'm happy to share everything with you and how I went from dishonesty to being really honest. And it's a struggle, but it's so rewarding. So he said, of course, let's do it. So I'm not going to say it's personal information. I'm going to use myself as an example, but these are general, insecurities and addictions for most men. So I said, first thing we got to stop is talking bad about people behind their back. This is something that most people do, if you're being honest. This is something that I used to do without even realizing it as well, because that fucks you up spiritually. That it comes back on you. Even if the person's done wrong, it's better to talk to the person in person. It's not good for you. Think of it as a selfish practice, and it's not good to do that towards other people. It doesn't make you feel good. So stop talking about people behind their back, or at least reduce it, massively reduce it, right? This is in no order. Secondly, stop cheating on women. So a lot of the guys I work with, to start with, they are seeing girls, but they're not honest in the relationships. They're sleeping with a woman, and then they'll say to me, it's always the same pattern. I used to be the same myself. I'm seeing this girl at the moment, she's nice, I'm sleeping with her, I'm not sure, she likes me and I don't think I want to stay with her. I'm like, so you're lying to her, you're leading her on, this is not congruent, this is what is affecting you, this is what is giving you more social anxiety. You have to stop it, you have to be honest with her, you have to stop the relationship, don't hurt feelings, but you have to stop it and become friends or come clean, or if you want it, if you really like her, stay with her. So you have to stop cheating on women, you have to stop talking about people behind their back, and you have to stop watching pornography. Loads of my guys struggle with it. I struggle with it too. I'm gonna put my hands up. It was only very recent I stopped it, because I stopped sleeping with women for a year, and I needed to release. My next replacement was that. I stopped it completely. I say to the guys, and I'll do this myself, if you really need to and you're troubled and you're stressed, go into the shower and knock one out. At least do it to someone that you were with, a girlfriend. But don't go onto the internet, watch pornography. It's not good, it's demonic, it opens you up to bad spirits, and it ruins you in other areas. And masturbation, that's questionable, I'll talk about in another video, but definitely to pornography, it's not good. You're wanking off to someone that you've never met, two people. I've done it myself, and it doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make you feel good. Stop doing that. No pornography, no talking about people, no cheating, no dishonesty, no stealing. I know it sounds a little bit tough and a bit Christian or a bit religious. Trust me, you want to grow spiritually and you want to feel good and get the feelings away of anxiety and social phobia and the rest of it. Don't steal. Don't pinch stuff from the shop. Don't download illegal stuff. Don't accept gifts if it's stolen. Trust me. You feel so much more better. You'll be cleaner. Another one is addictions can be your behavior. You have to observe your behavior. Where's the self-pity? Where's the blame? Stop blaming people, stop making excuses. Cut it down, just stop observing yourself. A practice from Eckhart Tolle that I work on. So just observe yourself where you're falling into self-pity or where you're being judgmental. Stop being judgmental. Reduce these things. If you keep this into practice, you start living clean, you're going to see the difference. It makes a massive difference to your self-worth. When you're meeting new people, you're not hiding anything. You're not carrying shame, you're not carrying guilt, because what we did yesterday affects us today. It definitely does. So these are the main areas. It's like it's just obvious, isn't it? It's clean living. And it is difficult. It is hard. It's hard for me because there's going to be certain, oh yeah, sorry, I've missed out on something. Alcohol and drugs. A lot of guys I work with have got problems with alcohol. And again, I used to have it myself. They say, I don't drink that much, just once in a while. But when you actually add it up, they're drinking a lot. And I say to people, I don't think there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol. But when the alcohol is a way of covering up pain, it's an addiction. It's bad. All addiction is bad, right? So reduce the alcohol. I personally quit alcohol completely. Now, I'm not telling you to quit alcohol. As a matter of fact, I'm not telling you to do anything in this video. This is a choice. I'm offering you this for free. This is what people pay me for. I teach it on my 6-week program. It is one of the key parts of the transformation. If you don't uphold this, you will grow, you'll get success, but you won't get internal fulfillment. Somewhere down the line, you're going to be unhappy in yourself. It doesn't matter how many women you sleep with. That is actually not the solution, especially for you guys that are like me, coming from trauma, anxieties, and all the rest of it. So, where was I? I've gone off topic. I stopped the alcohol. Do you know what I told a student the other day? I was talking to my mate John, and John said to me, he said, do you know I don't really enjoy alcohol, Johnny? And I said, do you know what, John, I'll be straight with you, mate. I don't enjoy it. I stopped it. I quit it. Do you know why I don't enjoy it? Because it's not me. When I drink alcohol, it brings out a personality. That's not who I am. I become a bit cocky. I'm not nasty, but I'm not my best self. And then it leads me on to, it opens up other addictions. Before I know it, watching pornography. Before I know it, I'm getting annoyed. I'm talking about someone behind their back. And then I think, why did I do that? I just let myself down. It's not me. Not my true self. And then I don't feel good. I ruin my, internal balance, internal alignment, self-esteem. So I had to stop it completely. It's like, I had to stop it. It was not even a choice. And guess what? I didn't miss it. I found a replacement. So this is some of the things I learned. When we're giving up an addiction, we need a replacement, because addictions are tough. It's part of your personality. It's part of a habit. It's habitual. You're quenching for it. So we find the replacement. So what's the replacement for giving up sex, or at least giving up cheating on women, unfaithful sex? Find a girlfriend. Find a girlfriend. In the meantime, towards finding a girlfriend, find a hobby. I found teaching, doing this. I'm a creative person. I write. I do video blogs. I'm a philosopher, I'm philosophizing, I'm a student all the time, I'm learning, also a teacher. I've got so much positive, healthy stimulation that gives me what sex would give me. So we basically go from dishonesty, we align to honesty. So how did I give up alcohol? Drinking peppermint tea and coffee. And also, it's interesting because I said to one of my students, when you stop your addictions, you literally change your habits, you change your perception of yourself, you change your environment. The whole world changes just because you gave up your addictions. So maybe you're going down the pub, you're around violence, you're talking bad about people, it's bad energy. All of a sudden, you're in a posh hotel, drinking coffee, drinking tea, you're feeling relaxed, your social anxiety's gone, and you're opposite someone, you're with another lovely person. It could be a guy, could be at my social circle group, could be with your friend who's into the same thing, could be a client. You are changing the perception of your whole reality just from stopping an addiction. You open up a whole new world. It's so worth it. And this is why the results of my 6 weeks program is so good. When I used to do my 6 weeks program 3 years ago, the results were very good. Now the results have gone to another level because I've incorporated what I've learned from my teachers and the changes I made, and obviously for my clients want. So it's worth it, and it is suffering and it is sacrifice, but the rewards are massive. The rewards are massive because to fill the kingdom within, you can't get bigger than that. And then of course women want to be around you. Then we come on to things like social confidence, connecting with people. You've got every reason to want to be around people. What's to hide? What's to be ashamed about? I say to my students, I make a joke. I say, look into my eyes, you can see how clean I'm living. You can see it. Look into someone's eyes. Look at your own reflection in the mirror. Look at your eyes, and it will show you. Your eyes, you'll get cleaner. People become more attractive. I'm not making any suggestions about me. I'm just saying I've seen my students look fucking so handsome after the transformation because the light's shining through. They've cleaned themselves. Onto diet. Something I'm still working on, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I do eat a lot of chocolate, but I've started to go down once a day or at least a few times a week and eat whole foods, healthy food. So I'm progressively working on my diet. I'm going to start moving into fitness. So we break things down. I said to a guy I'm working with my program, you don't have to do it all in one day. You start off with one addiction, you cut that out. Once you cut one addiction out, you get more power, you get more more discipline, and then you're less likely to break that addiction. Then you go on to the next one, you clean that up. So you work your way up, and the proof is simple. It's in how you feel, and then when you feel better, you'll see the results in the material world from doing it, and it's fantastic, and it makes life exciting. It gives you a purpose, it gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning, and it will challenge you on every level. It challenges you spiritually, emotionally, and it's great for building character. And I'll be straight with you, this is a win-win in every area. These are the characteristics to be successful in business. These are the characteristics that a woman is going to look for in a man, and women don't know it on a conscious level. People don't know it, but people are more attracted to you when you're living clean. I know, because I've done this, and I've got the proof for myself, and I've experienced the change in me and the change in the way people respond to you and the way the world responds to you, and I've seen it with the students. It's incredible. I work with a friend of mine called Benedict. We were speaking over Skype for months, and I've watched him just grow massively. It's just incredible. The confidence, his body language, he's got a job, he's been going on dates, he's teaching me a lot of stuff back. His whole mentality has changed, and because his mentality's changed, he physically looks different. He looks more attractive. He's shining through, the light's shining through. So if you want the light to shine through, you have to get on this. I need to share this with someone. I need to share this with you guys. I'm talking about this all the time because this has just been new for me this year. So the days where we just ran out to them and approached them and got confident with techniques or expressing ourselves, that's all good and well, but we have to add this now. We have to add the spiritual with the physical and all the rest of it. So this is something I've been doing on my 6 weeks program teaching. This is something I'm working on every day. It's transformed me, and I've seen it transform my students. So get on it and let me know in the box below how you feel about this, how you're getting on, because it's likely if you're struggling with women, you're struggling with your addictions. So when you get control over your addictions, the struggle with women just evaporates, and then you're struggling to choose which one you want to date, because there's so many are going to be interested in you. All right, enjoy the process and crack your addictions and receive that self-love and grow your kingdom within. All right, see you soon.